Greetings, beloveds. Welcome to Muse and Magic 1111, and thanks for stopping by my channel for yet another deep dive into your tarot journey. Today, we're just kind of dive right into the current energy surrounding your relational situation right now. As per usual, I always introduce myself. My name is Aisha, also known as Goddess, coming to you, reading for you from Bay Area, California. I am your local muse, healer, spiritual advisor, tarot reader, author, workshop facilitator, homeschool mom, and so much more. We're just going to kind of get into it right now. I'm going to start the music. I always start with a song, and it's usually from your person to you or from you to your person. And if neither of those apply, then it's oftentimes just a message from universe to you, right? However, today I feel like this is someone's person, like this is someone missing you. Just lately I've been feeling a lot of sentimental, feeling like someone's just been really focusing and meditating on someone. I feel like someone's been just looking back over old pictures. This is just me intuiting. I haven't pulled cards on this particular piece yet. This is someone who is yearning, just really their heart is calling out. I think there's been a lot of miscommunication in this situation, or some type of disillusion, some type of detachment. Um, Even if you're still in contact, there could just still be kind of a different kind of a feeling around it, a different type of emotions around it, some type of blockage or something, but there's just something that has stopped and just not the way that it used to be. So, you know, and I just feel like someone is really missing the way things were, really missing your energy. So this really caused me to believe this is probably more or less for a situation or someone who is not in contact. Either you're not really verbally in contact with one another, or the last maybe week or so has been a little, I don't even want to say week or so. I really want to say this has been a course of some months actually, but things have been kind of tiptoey, topsy-turvy. I don't know, something just unsettling. So just take it how it resonates, and we're going to get into the cards. I have actually shuffled and laid out the spread, but I am going to shuffle from a couple of other decks as you listen to your song. Today's song is going to be from um, the Gap Band, Yearning for Your Love. Listen to the lyrics, even if you think you already know them. Again, sometimes it'll transfer really well from the phone to computer, because that's what I'm playing it from. If it does not, just look the song up and listen to the lyrics for yourself on any of the many streaming options we have now, right? We have Apple Music, Spotify, Pandora, whatever, but just look it up. It's Gap Band. We're going old school today, and Yearning for Your Love. This is when music really meant something, when people really sang from the soul and from heart. And I do feel like this is your person. Someone is just tired of messing around. Someone is tired of hiding. Someone is tired of withholding. Someone is tired of not, letting someone know how they truly feel. Someone's tired of tiptoeing around. Someone is just really tired and really missing someone. I do feel some vibes of someone actually like, I don't know if this sounds crazy, but I don't care. Spirit is just giving this to me. Like someone just really either making love to someone, or I won't even say it's making love, but having sex with someone, but thinking of you. For others, I feel like someone is having sex with themselves, if you know what I mean, but thinking of you, meditating on you. Yeah, there's something very sensual and sexual in the air right now, but there's just this reminiscence. Maybe there was, I feel like this is probably a very passionate connection, that the lovemaking was really awesome, and or at least memorable, and someone is just, they're just looking over, like I said, old pictures, just really reminiscing over the lovemaking, over the connection. And heart just keeps coming up, like my heart space, like this shit hits different, like it's not the same. Whatever this person was thinking they were going to do or do without you, or maybe they chose someone else instead of you, or took another path except instead of being committed, whatever it is, it's almost like I just feel like this deep mourning or regretfulness. Okay, so Um, so basically, let's just start your music and the song, and we'll take a look at what that means for you. And then, of course, we'll just dive in, okay? Okay, we're gonna end it there because this song can be rather long. But again, that's Gap Band, Yearning for Your Love, and that's really the vibe. That's the message. That's what I'm getting. Someone is really yearning for your love right now. Your person, your partner, or significant other, person that you're just not. I kind of hate saying that because for some of you it is. It's someone that is your significant other, I gather. But it's just that you may not be, lately, it may not seem like you guys have been on the same wavelength. And for others of you, I know that there's just been this no contact type of a situation. So if you're wondering if you're being thought about, wondering what that pull is on your heartstrings or on your psyche, or why you're dreaming of this person, or if they're dreaming of you, because some of them are actually dreaming of you as well, tapping into your psychic, almost like I want to, his spirit is saying, telepathy, right? Just tapping into your psyche, basically, through dreams, or through, like I said, through pleasing themselves and then thinking of you in the moment of ecstasy. It's just some real interesting stuff going on. So let's just dive into it. Okay, so we have success assured with good plans and hard work. So someone here I feel like has been a little bit stagnant, maybe just not wanting to admit something, or come forward with something, or be honest about something, or just come forth, but again, this reminds me of another oracle deck, which is the angel, love angels oracle. And there's this oracle card in it that says, get a clear vision of what it is that you want so that you can attract it, right? So that you can manifest it quickly. Um, this is, I don't know why this is my baby's tablet going off. Guys, every reading, you're in it. Close the door. But everything's a part of the reading. And so this is someone putting an APB out on you, literally. Like, someone's searching for you. My baby was looking for his tablet. But somebody is seeking you, searching for you. And remember, I said that earlier, like I just felt like intuitively someone has been looking you up, trying to find you, figure out what you're up to, whether it's social media, whether it's asking through friends, whether it's like they're checking up on you. So yeah, you got to get a clear vision as to what it is that you want, or your person needs to get a clear vision as to what it is they want so they can manifest it quickly. You know what I'm saying? But this is, someone who's stepping into a new experience. This is new territory for somebody. Having to grow up in maturity, having to mature in relationships and relating is really difficult for people. People would rather choose the path of least resistance. And I use that, often when I do these readings, and I just talk about how the little slave book I read years ago, about the guy who eventually, I'm going to liken it to almost a twin flame journey, but he ended up, trying to escape slavery several times. And then finally, after he had been beaten, so many times and scarred up and everything. And it's not always the wounds, the physical wounds that we have to worry about. It's the inner wounds that are inflicted that typically don't heal up, because the outer wounds will heal, even if they heal imperfectly. And he ended up instead of choosing to finally get away to freedom when there was a sure way to it, even though he tried, it was probably hard to believe this time around was going to be different. But he just chose to stay with a woman who did not incite him into change. She didn't excite him or incite him to do something different. She didn't incite him to get to freedom or to get out of bondage. She had settled for life there and was totally fine with them being slaves and having slave babies and just, let's don't worry, master, about none of that. Let's just life is good. I could just see like helping him to settle, and that was easy for him. He was able to just not have to think about everything that he hadn't accomplished. He didn't have to think about um, trying to be better, bigger, somewhere else rather than where he was. He didn't have to think about growth, whether it was emotionally, physically, or anything else. He settled for someone who settled for him. He settled for someone who settled for life, the path of least resistance, because this other woman would have made you have to fight for something, change something, but the reward would have been so much greater had you made it to freedom. It would have been a whole nother world. It's almost like the man who was walking through the snowstorm or whatever, and he was growing weary, and it was cold, and he was, whatever. And at one point, he finally gave up. When the storm ended and everything was defrosting, had he just took one more step, he would have literally pretty much walked into a door. He could have reached out his hand in that cold snow where he couldn't see his hand before his face. If he would have just reached his hand out and just felt the door, he could have knocked and could have saved his own life. But he gave up. And giving up is the path of least resistance. Nothing's weighing you. There's nothing you got to work for to give up. You don't have to put in any hard work to give up. So it's just unfortunate, but I just feel like I have to keep saying that with this particular journey and this energy. Someone had given up because they took the path of least resistance. They chose a woman or a man who they thought would be easy peasy. Because it's so funny how people say, I want this and that kind of a woman, this and that kind of a man. But in the end, they really don't, because they are lazy. They don't want to put in the work that it would take to have that type of a woman or a man. You want a beautiful woman with great taste, right? You want a man who smells good, who works out, who has great taste in things. But what you don't know that comes with that may be a lot of ego. What you don't know that comes with that might be, and when I say ego, not in a bad way, it's just that, hey, if you have a man who's a man's man and works out and who makes a lot of money and this and that, he may not want his woman to work. He might, but he may not. He may find that offensive. Like, why are you working if I'm working? Like, I'm the breadwinner, let me be the man, right? So how do you fit into that picture? And is that really what you want? You know what I'm saying? And even if it is, okay, then the dynamic might be, well, if I'm going to be this guy, then what I do require from my woman is at least make sure that you take care of the kids, keep them looking clean and put together. Make sure that you take care of house and home, like it's always clean and put together. That let that be the job. Like, you do that and I make sure I'm good. What I'm saying is that people ask for something, but they don't really want to do what it takes to attract that thing or to maintain it once they have a taste of it and they get it. You might want a beautiful woman, but with that woman, she doesn't want to get out there and work like a man. She doesn't want to work the same amount of hours as you and pull as much weight as you and split everything down the middle. If that's the case, she might as well be a man. She might as well be in your shoes, right? So if that means that she wants to just kind of relax into her feminine and, hey, let me be that woman who will clean and cook and do this and work out and look good for you and all of the things and keep our babies healthy and homeschool them or drop them off to school and be there to pick them up, like whatever her thing is that what you really want though? You're saying that's what you want, but you don't really want it. Because what you rather is the chick who's going to give you the drama, who's going to fuss and cuss and be all out in the street and embarrass you and the kids and all of the things, and everybody knows you're fighting. That's what you want. That's what you keep going towards, because there's no real work that has to go into that. But with a beautiful woman who's sure of who she is and knows what she wants, even if it's just to be an at-home mom or work from home mom, kind of, let me do my thing here and whatever, but so I can only I can work half days or be in control of my own hours and my time and spend time with my family and my babies. That just, but that makes you have to go out there and work hard in your position. You got to go out there and bring home the bacon. You got to go out there. You can't slack. So, although you say you want this, are you really willing to do what it takes? Not usually. People don't, and so they rather take the path of least resistance. And I'm just using some whatever examples of this, but it can show up in many ways. It's like a guy thinking that he wants a woman who he deems as beautiful and just the woman of his dreams, a Halle Berry, a Beyonce, whoever. But could you really date them? Because for what they would require, realistically, you know that you're not going to, you know what I'm saying? That's what you want. You have the nerves to say that that's what you want, but you really don't want it. Because you don't want to put in the work that it takes to maintain a relationship like that. Okay? And vice versa. I'm speaking for women to men as well. So, I could just flip that so many different ways, but I'm going to leave that there. So this is about getting clarity about what you want so that you can manifest it quickly, or your person needing to just get, because I feel like your person, I don't know why, I just see somebody doing this, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, what's going on? Knowing that they're all over the place, like they have not gotten their shit together or settled yet. And mainly a lot of that is because since they've detached from you, or you detached from them, things haven't been right. It's like been so out of balance. And they know this, which is why they're seeking you and trying to find you and check up on you and figure it out. Okay? Someone has probably been actually literally weeping, but this is the weeping willow card, and this is about someone who is very sad. Now, this card is related to like familial situations, so there could be some family sorrow here. Grieving. I don't know, grieving just comes up because, like I said, someone has been rather emotional. That's what I've been feeling, like a lot of emotions, or a lot of sentimental, I don't know, that just comes to me, sentimental. Someone feeling sentimental. Okay. So yeah. The thing about this is that someone is actually on the right road. Someone has been like worrying about nothing. They've been worrying over nothing, and it's because you already have enough light for the road that you're on. You already have what it takes. You already have the answers you seek. You have everything you need. You're worrying over nothing. You're too much in your head. Okay. This is about paying attention to your finances as well, and maybe that was a part of the worry. That might have a lot to do with the family sorrow situation. Yeah, because maybe that familial situation could be a partnership or relationship that is no longer working. Because this card here says broken ring. This is broken promise, broken ring. Someone walking away from a familiar situation, or someone walking away from, a romantic situation or a business connection. So a romantic connection or a business connection here. Towards somewhere and towards someone or something or somewhere that they're more passionate about with the tulip. Okay. Yeah, use your intuition to make beneficial changes in your life. I feel like something around surrounding the situation was more about the looks, the optics. It was about material gain, material things, right? And it was it was destined to fail. This says pale, but for some reason Spirit showed me fail initially. But it still means that it's time to go, right? There's time to get out of a situation. This is the second time this has come up right now. Getting out or walking away from a situation, yeah. So your wish was not granted or will not be granted. Something didn't work out I think this is because it was too much work. It was too much work. I want to say like the juice just wasn't worth the squeeze. You know what I mean? It was just too much work. And this might have been going on since last December sometime, but it could be that this December coming up, the end of the year, that's only a few months away, that something very significant may happen. You know, this is somebody needing to just be careful or be mindful of greed. I think that this was a situation where someone actually was greedy. That was part of the problem. It was almost like I felt like somebody was just kind of, someone just got greedy. Someone might have been very materialistic and just very greedy. And again, this is about optics. You know, some people are in it for the win, just for the W, right? Just to look like I'm doing well, to look like I have all these things. Some people connect with people so it can look like, you know, oh, the story, right? The success story of, oh, getting married or being in a successful relationship, and I have acquired all these material things, and we're going places and all that because it looks good to people and it sounds good. It's great for reality TV. But in real life, what is the matter of the heart? You know what I'm saying? Where is your heart space? What is that doing? What is that telling you? So again, with just being mindful and just paying attention to your intuition. I almost want to say to the red flags. Yeah, beware of someone who is very greedy. And the arrow, this is just confirmation that, you know, this I think came up before, like you have everything you need for the path that you're on. And so this is just saying, hey, you're taking the right steps. Okay. This walk away or this mindfulness now over your finances, just paying more attention to that. This walking away or parting ways with a business or a romantic person or connection towards great passion. And again, this is, yeah, this is just guiding you. It's just guiding you that you're on the right path. So I really wanted to kind of dive into your person, like what is going on with your person? Because this energy of like sentimental, emotional, or just kind of like, and yearning for your love, literally, you know, what is this? So someone has been numbing themselves with alcohol, maybe even smoking, but with some type of vices. This is someone who is just numbing. You know, they're doing things to distract them, you know, to be honest. It's just a distraction. They've been distracted. This is someone who, like, something is. Okay, so it's a couple things. Either they're watching you go viral, they're watching you blow up. Your word is, you know, it's like your name is on the wind, or whatever is happening with you is on the wind. Like they're catching wind of it, right? But this could be someone literally going viral. You know what I'm saying? It could be social media, or it could just be that this person is checking out all of your, you know, socials and things like that because they're seeking you, trying to figure out what you've been up to and what's going on. Because again, they're yearning for your energy. Someone's been snooping around playing detective here, digging for dirt, accusations. So someone was I feel like someone is being accused of something. Maybe on one end of this, someone is accusing someone of still having dealings with you or dealings with someone else, even if they don't know who you are specifically, but they're being accused of it. And the reason why they feel like they know what they know what they know is because I think there's an obvious energy here around your person, like they're not 100% in it with who they're with now. They're not 100% in it at work, or they're not 100% in it at home. They're not 100%, I mean, they're just not there because their mind is somewhere else. Their mind, their heart is with you. Okay? This is someone who wants to be laid up. Oh God, why is that's so funny? Spirit gives me this song by Summer Walker, "Wasted." I want to be wasted with you. I don't care. Wait. Wasted with you. Wasted. Wasted. Anyways, I can't think about the lyrics. I'm sorry, but it's wasted with you. And there's a message in that for someone because somebody does. They like love casually drinking with you. They love being laid up with you. And that is the sentimental, that's the reminiscing, like, you guys facing each other in bed, your head on their shoulder, lay your head on my pillow. And I feel like that's how they feel about you. Like they really have that whole vibe with you. Lay your head on my pillow, Tony, Tony, Tony. Lay your pillow and just relax, relax, right? And I just feel like that's how they treat you. That's how they take care of you and are there for you, just wanting you in their presence to be relaxed and just worry free. So yeah, this is someone who loved cuddling with you, who misses that. Someone who loved the intimate moments. Um, Man, just escaping the world together. Maybe you guys have escaped together somewhere or were planning to, are planning to. I don't know, but something like that. Or maybe when you're together, it just feels like it's you and the rest of the world is out there. You know what I'm saying? Um, yeah, and this is really just about someone doing just too much. They were just excessive and they were greedy. I think that's what kind of happened to this connection here. Um, yeah, so they view you as someone who is very sexually open. They're very sexually open. This is someone who thinks you're very sexy, explorative. Like you are their fantasy girl or guy. You are their fetish. You know what I mean? Like totally. And yeah, all the feels. Spirit just keeps giving me songs after songs after songs. So Kim just came up when love calls. Yeah, love calls your name. Da, 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 da. Anyway, look up Kim Love Calls or whatever the name of that song is. It's one of the ones he was most popular for. Um, Man, some years ago. So yeah. Oh, God, I have to listen to that. Anyways, all these songs are just coming up because I feel like maybe it could be a possibility that you communicated through music, but that universe is always communicating um, to you and through you with music as well. I know that happens with me, and so, but this is just a way that all these messages are coming up. So maybe someone is just kind of reminiscing, sipping on something, and listening to these songs, whatever artists that remind them of you. Okay, come on, spirit. And so yeah, this is hook up. Someone really contemplating, thinking. Remember, I told you I felt like those vibes, like these sexual vibes coming through. Like someone is really meditating or trying to manifest a hookup. And I think this. Okay, so now this is friends with benefits. So this might have been a homie lover friend situation or friends with benefits kind of a situation. Very non-committal, I feel. Um, but but they saw you as a siren. Whether you're masculine or feminine, you could still be in that siren energy. Someone who is very hot, very beautiful, very sexy, very handsome. Just you had all the fixings. You know what I'm saying? You checked all the boxes. Your sexual energy and your sexual tactics and yeah, like it's almost like you couldn't really you like you always lured them by you were their temptation. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. I just feel like I'm heating up right now as I do this. Yeah, so this is about um yeah, someone who just really just got away from themselves. They were like trying to overdo it, overindulge. They were doing too much. And I feel like I hear them saying, man, that's what I get for doing too much. I was just doing too much. I literally hear somebody having that conversation with themselves. I'm a fuck up. Like, how did I fucking do that? Anyways, you know, it is what it is. So let's check out the secrets of their heart. What are the secrets they're holding on to for you? I feel abandoned by you and it's triggering my childhood traumas. I could see that. I could see someone feeling abandoned because after all of their bullshit, I feel like you might have had to just walk away. You had to walk away for your own, for your own protection, the protection of your own heart. You had to walk away, or either block someone or just kind of just yeah no, because you just had to do it for your own sanity. Um, yeah, I could see that. I feel unworthy of having love in my life. I feel miserable and lost. Yeah, because remember I told you I just felt someone doing this. Like, man, I fucked up. I was doing too much. Like, how did I let, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Conversations with the self, that's what I'm feeling. I am not sure I can meet your expectations. The pressure is too much for me. Remember, I said that earlier, can't make it up. People will choose the path of least resistance because there's no effort, no work in that. So, yeah. I know what I'm doing. I play dumb to keep you confused. So this is someone who struggles to rectify the situation, very slow to try and rectify or correct the situation because of pride, because of ego, because of fear, and because of control, right? I am embarrassed by my actions and I feel disgusted with myself. I'm telling you, that's that. You know what I mean? Like for real. I depend on you too much to let you go. I have codependency issues. Well, that's never good, you know. One has to really learn how to exist in love with themselves before they know how to do that with someone else. I feel cold and detached from this connection. I can't feel emotions right now. And that really comes from a place of confusion. This is what they tell themselves, as a matter of fact. This isn't even the truth. I feel cold and detached from this connection. I can't feel emotions right now. No, you can't feel them because you're numbing yourself out with the drinking or the smoking or the overeating or whatever you're doing, the going, the partying, the clubbing, whatever your thing is to keep you, from tapping into your true emotions. That's why you can't feel anything. That's why they can't feel anything. And honestly, it does help them to feel detached. Okay? You have to do something to numb it out to feel nothing. You know what I'm saying? But it's all an illusion, is what they tell themselves, the story they tell themselves, especially about not feeling worthy. Um, and that is just deep childhood slash just past life karmic stuff that they really just have to work out and heal from. Um, there are feelings of anger inside me that I need to release before I explode. And I do just feel like that person is really angry with themselves for the way that they treated you, the way that they mishandled you. I pushed you away because I do not want the responsibility. You can't make this shit up. I'm literally saying this before the card even comes out. It's difficult for me to process my emotions. I am not available right now. Yeah, I don't think this person is very emotionally available. That's why it's taking so long for them to come, to kind of come around to this reality for themselves, and even to try and even think about rectifying the situation. Um, and they feel like they just can't give you what you wanted or what you deserve right now. So they're very sorry about that. But let's just check into what's upcoming. Next year looks promising. There's something very significant about October, so maybe you are an October person, October birthday. We're obviously coming up into the month of October very shortly, and so this is fall. Okay, this could mean October 24th could actually literally mean something. October 2nd or October 4th could be significant. Yeah, so this might be, it looks like, for some of you, this could be a connection, like a situation that's going to come together, like some type of communication or something about this energy is going to shift in the month of October, this October. For others of you, next year looks a little bit more promising, because remember, next year is not far off either. Once we get past, the holiday season, fall holiday season, then boom, it's New Year's. So some of you may not really hear anything, or at least see any real movement in the situation until next year. For some of you, 9 months from now is significant. Now, this could definitely be someone who's dealing, I don't know why I feel like I need to say this, with the pregnancy or something like that. So, 9 months is very significant. And then we have August. So we could be dealing with, what is August? Let's say Leo. Could be dealing with Leo energy, Cancer energy. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, actually Cancer. So Cancer, Leo energy, possibly with this August. Is that right? God, I hope I'm not tripping. And yeah, it is. So it's Cancer, Leo. For October, this could be Scorpio. It could be Libra energies. I'm just trying to figure all of the avenues here, because these months are significant for some reason. Okay. This could be Taurus energy here with May. Okay. But also spring may be very significant for someone, because again, let me see. If we're in, where are we, September? May is around 8-ish or so months from now. So remember, you have, this card came up with 9 months from now. Something significant could be happening. Okay. I'm just being a little nosy now. What might we expect? What might we expect? What's happening in October? Oh, Lord, y'all, I need extra light. Shoot. So October, there will be a journey, a long journey, possibly in October. This could be a situation, physical or mental, that will leave you wiser in the end. So maybe the thing is that this has been a long journey, so that October will mark and represent this time where you will recognize the wisdom you have gained from this situation. So maybe that is to say that this will either be a new beginning, or it could at least bring closure. Okay. Sorry, guys. What about August. What does August represent here? So funny, the lion came out. That is Leo all day. Yeah, so some action. Something happened in August that basically incited someone to action. Someone started recognizing something, came into some type of an awakening or some aha moment of the situation here. Okay? Not to mention this is Leo energy, so someone definitely had a birthday in August. How about 9 months from now, Spirit? What's going on 9 months from now? Wow. So 9 months from now might have a lot to do with someone coming forward, advice from a friend. You know, this is someone who's slow. Yeah, obviously 9 months from now. Kind of slowly but surely just kind of moving forward, coming forward. And maybe this someone coming forward or this news that comes out will kind of, it will be revealed that someone in this situation was acting as a rat, just having very ill feelings towards you. Either towards you or maybe towards your person, but I feel like it's towards you. You know what I'm saying? Like, the truth will come out. And yeah, so it looks like possibly next year there will be some type of something having to do with career, some career change for someone. Um, and while it may create a bit of a tower moment, like some moments of topsy-turviness, some major changes, success is pretty much guaranteed. Okay, so I'm going to end it there. I'm going to end it there because that's everything. Again, we know that your person is missing you, very sentimental, looking over pictures and going over scenarios, situations, conversations that they had with you. I think even looking back over some of your old text messages that you guys shared between one another, just gaining lots of clarity and wisdom even from that, and really kind of beating themselves up in this moment over just really mishandling you in the situation with the way that they reacted or acted towards you or with you, the way that they treated you, especially towards the end, or that in a way that caused you to walk away for some of you, if you're the one who walked away. Okay. Any last messages, Spirit? We've already pulled those. I already pulled that one. Yeah, I just feel like this person is just on repeat, replay, same shit, different day, just constantly in their head repeating the same things. I just didn't do that right. I didn't, I'm ashamed. I know what I was doing. I was playing dumb so that, I would keep you confused. I was trying to focus on life so I didn't have to be worried about being bothered by you. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have to be bothered by being focused on you, basically. Someone who just tried to convince themselves that they lost faith. Yeah. Yep. So that's it, guys. That is it, and that is all. I hope you enjoyed this reading as much as I enjoy reading for you. And as always, you know what love is. It is a vibration. It's something we aspire to. It's something we rise to. It's not something we fall into. Okay, love is the highest vibration of all. Love brings change. Love heals all wounds. So until next time, my beloveds, I love you. Wholeness, okay? Optimal health, wealth, and abundance to you. Bye.